Welcome back here, guys, and certainly one of the bigger signings of the weekend was Steve Smith to the Ravens. It all started with him getting cut by the Panthers, the team he's been with his entire career. He goes on a visit to Baltimore, the only team he visited during his time after being cut by Carolina, and he signs with the Ravens, signs a 3-year deal. Just want to take a look at this signing and the Steve Smith situation from both the Ravens and the Panthers' point of view. And I'll start with the Ravens. Look, 3-year deal. He's going to be a good complement to Dennis Pitta and Torrey Smith. He even said so himself. I think more than anything, he gives Joe Flacco a consummate professional that he's able to find on those 3rd and 3s, 3rd and 4s to make those tough receptions, similar to what Anquan Boldin gave them. I think Ozzie Newsome recognized there was a huge gap in their offense last year, was that guy that Flacco could depend on and lean on in clutch situations to complement Torrey Smith, who, he's developed as a wide receiver, but he's more of a home run hitter. And I think Steve Smith, Pitta, getting Pitta back, signing Smith is going to be big as far as Flacco's regular season production next year. I don't love the signing. I don't think it's going to be a franchise changer, but I think it's going to make the offense better. I think Smith will embrace his role, and I look forward to see him playing with Joe Flacco in Baltimore next year. Now, this signing from a Panthers point of view is where it really gets interesting. First of all, overall, the Panthers lose Smith to the Ravens, Brandon LaFell to the Patriots, and Ted Ginn, to the Cardinals. So you have their top 3 receivers from last year, now not on the team anymore. And you have no one to replace them. So the wide receiver cupboard in Carolina is completely bare. Basically, you have Greg Olsen and who knows who else. Okay? And now let's not even get into the fact, look, if Steve Smith was a normal receiver who put up the numbers he did last year and was due the money he was due in 2014, I wouldn't be questioning getting rid of him. But he's not a normal receiver. He's maybe the best player in your franchise's history. And let's not forget, unless we're not hearing something, unless Cam Newton does have a problem with Steve Smith, I thought Steve Smith was actually the opposite and pretty instrumental in Cam Newton's development. If he wasn't, then I'm wrong. But I get the feeling he was more of a positive influence on Cam Newton than anything. So you have a Cam Newton coming off his best season of his career. The team goes 12-4. They win the division. Now you take away all 3 receivers, one of which was the leader of that offense, along with Jordan Gross, who now retired. And now you have that Panthers team and that offense in particular in a very vulnerable spot. How does Cam Newton respond in year 4? Is he good enough now to take a cast of characters who his receivers are going to be made up of and be the leader of them and make them better? That's a big jump for a quarterback, guys, to go from, hey, I have good weapons around me, I can facilitate, I can manage the game, which is what Cam Newton did a lot of with that defense this year, to go from that to, I'm going to elevate the level of the receivers around me and be a great quarterback. That's a big jump to take, and it's a big jump to take without talent on the outside at receiver, and that's the situation Newton is in with the cutting of Steve Smith. I know the fans are upset, and I don't blame them. Look, the Panthers aren't the Packers or the Steelers or the Giants or the Patriots. They don't have a storied tradition. Steve Smith was a huge part of their tradition, and he was still relatively productive. I mean, the yards per catch were down, certainly, okay? But how overly conservative was that offense at times last year? I think very. And I think that was well documented. So we'll see where the Panthers go from here. But right now, the cutting of Steve Smith and how their offseason has gone as a whole doesn't really seem like it's headed in the right direction. But we'll see. Like the signing for the Ravens. Don't like the fact that he was cut by the Panthers in the first place. Guys, let me know what you think of this whole Steve Smith situation. Hit me up in the comments. Hit me up on Twitter as well. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. It's completely free. And I'm always updating you on everything going on with the NFL and NFL draft. So be sure to subscribe. Thanks for listening. Have a great night.